Deep in the Indian Ocean, there's an archipelago once known to sailors as the Perfumed Islands. It's a place of just breathtaking beauty, literally born from volcanic fire. But behind that fragrant air of vanilla and ylang-ylang, there's a history so turbulent it's almost hard to believe. This is the story of the Comoros, a nation of incredible contrasts, where ancient traditions are constantly clashing with a really volatile present. Even its name, given by early Arab sailors, is pure poetry. Jazral al-Qamar, the Islands of the Moon. You can just feel the myth in that name, right? A remote, mysterious place shimmering in the ocean. And honestly, that sense of mystery, it's something that still hangs over these islands today. So where exactly are we? Well, if you look at a map, the Comoros is tucked right into the Mozambique Channel, between Madagascar and the African mainland. It's literally at a maritime crossroads. And it's a nation forged by volcanoes. These three main islands, Grande Comore, Moheli, and Anjouan, just rising dramatically out of the sea. This unique spot has defined pretty much its entire history, making it a meeting point for people from all over the world. And it's this meeting of cultures that created something really special, a rich tapestry woven from threads that stretch all the way across the Indian Ocean. Think about the centuries of migration that shaped this place. The first people here were likely Austronesian seafarers, the same incredible voyagers who populated the Pacific. Then came Bantu peoples from East Africa, followed by Arab traders who brought Islam, and then migrants from nearby Madagascar. So it's not just a melting pot. It's more like this rich, layered fusion that has created a culture you won't find anywhere else on Earth. And you know where all of this history, this unique blend, really comes alive? In one of life's biggest moments: marriage. It's not just a ceremony here. For so many, it is the absolute defining event of their lives. It's a tradition that holds the very fabric of their society together. See, in Comoros, getting married isn't just one thing. You've basically got two options, two profoundly different paths. There's the Menundaho, a small, simple wedding that's legally recognized. But then there's the Ada, the grand marriage. And this thing is an epic 2-week-long celebration that's less about the couple and way more about family, community, and your status in society. And the cost, it's just staggering. An Ada can cost up to 50,000 euros. That's a fortune that many people will spend their entire lives saving up for. So you gotta ask, why? Why do it? Well, because completing the grand marriage elevates a man's social status to a whole new level. He officially becomes a village elder, which earns him the right to speak in public, to take part in political life. It is the ultimate rite of passage. But, and this is a big but, all of this rich cultural life is playing out against a backdrop of immense challenges. The same volcanic forces that created these beautiful islands have also, in a way, contributed to how precarious life here can be, both naturally and politically. I mean, the natural beauty is just undeniable. The landscape is all steep mountains and lush forests. On the main island, Grande Comore, you have Mount Carthala, which is one of the most active volcanoes in the world. It's a constant rumbling reminder of the powerful forces simmering just beneath your feet. And the secrets aren't just on land. In the waters here, they found something that literally rewrote the science books. Back in 1952, a coelacanth, a fish that everyone thought went extinct with the dinosaurs 66 million years ago, was discovered just off the coast. It's a living fossil, a direct link to a prehistoric past, and it proves these islands are a sanctuary for truly ancient life. And yet, for all this natural wonder, the human history has been one of relentless turmoil. Get this. Since gaining independence from France in 1975, the Comoros has seen more than 20 coups or attempted coups. That is such a staggering level of instability that it's earned a grim nickname, the Coup Islands. The decades after independence were just a blur of chaos. I mean, only a month after celebrating freedom, the first president was overthrown. Then came this bizarre era of mercenaries, guys like the infamous Bob Denard, who led coups and basically ran the country for years. By 1997, the nation was literally breaking apart, with 2 of the 3 islands seceding. The cycle of instability just kept going until another coup in 1999 eventually led to the modern union of the Comoros in 2001, a fragile attempt to finally find some peace. So all that turmoil, that history, it doesn't just disappear. It casts a really long shadow. creating these profound economic and social challenges that the nation is grappling with every single day. So what powers this country's economy? You might think oil or minerals, but nope, it's a flower. Incredibly, the economic engine of this nation is found in the delicate petals of ylang ylang. The Comoros produces around 80% of the entire world's supply of its essential oil, which is a key ingredient in all sorts of luxury perfumes. The whole economy basically depends on a single, fragrant flower. And relying so heavily on one flower, well, that makes for a pretty shaky economic reality. Unemployment is a huge problem, and nearly 1 in 5 people live in extreme poverty. So, a vital lifeline for the country comes from the 300,000 or so Comorians living abroad, mostly in France. They send money home to support their families, and that money is absolutely crucial. And then there's this other layer of complexity, the island of Mayotte. Geographically, it's part of the archipelago, the fourth major island. But back in 1974, when the rest of Comoros voted for independence, Mayotte voted to stay with France. Today, the Union of the Comoros still claims the island, but it's run as a French department. This unresolved question just hangs in the air, shaping the nation's identity and its place in the world. So you've got the political chaos, the fragile economy, this unresolved identity crisis, and yet through all of that, the Comorian people have shown this incredible resilience. So what's the glue holding everything together through so much turmoil? It's not politics or economics, it's the deep cultural bonds that have weathered every storm. You know, the very traditions, like that incredibly expensive auto marriage, that might seem like a burden from the outside, they're actually powerful sources of social cohesion. They reinforce family ties and a spirit of solidarity that helps people get through the absolute toughest of times. Which brings us right back to where we started. For this nation born of volcanoes, this crossroads of continents, this place of both perfume and chaos, what does the future hold? For the islands of the moon, the path forward remains just as uncertain and just as captivating as its name.